Good morning, friends. So we're getting ready to haul up here at Kaneohe Bay. And we're gonna move over, we're gonna stay in the bay, but we're gonna head over to the famous sandbar and anchor for a couple nights. This is the morning of Halloween, and sandbar might get a little wild today, so we wanna get over there and get us a good spot. Let's head over there, and it's gonna be a little tricky doing this solo. Oh, there's a honu. Little turtle popped up. It's gonna be a little tricky doing this solo for the first time, but my buddy Sai sent me a bunch of information about how he would go about it. He's anchored here a ton, and so I appreciate that. And yeah, let's get over there. The sunrise is gorgeous this morning. Beautiful, beautiful, unbelievable range behind me, and it's gonna be an awesome day. We're ready to haul up. We got the dinghy all in our towing bridle. Tricky thing is there are hidden reefs everywhere in this bay, and definitely discovered that on the dinghy when me and Kimberly were driving around, like checking everything out. Like, you just be driving and they're not a lot, most of them aren't marked with poles. I think they're all charted in theory, but when you're just cruising around, it looks like open water, but then suddenly you're in a foot with reef. So here's the situation. Here we are. We have to snake through all the green, which is where we would run aground, and then we need to get over here to the sandbar. We're gonna come up this dredge channel and cut over. So that's the jam for the morning. Basically, it's like we kind of just watch navionics as we're motoring through this minefield of reefs. And yeah, get it done, and we'll find our spot on the sandbar. There's like 3 sailboats anchored over there, it looks like right now, and get set up. Let's do it. Woo, that was hard work getting the anchor up this morning. It's mud here at Kaneohe. Now we're on our way. The way my buddy Sai told me to do this, he said I need to just creep up to the sandbar until the bow bumps the sandbar. It drops off real quick to like 30-40 feet. And once it bumps, then you just deploy your anchor and get it out kind of as far as you can. And then you back off about 10 feet or so and try to get it just to set a little. And then he said you can swim ashore and carry it further, you know, in like 20 feet, 25 feet. Your scope is different here because it's almost parallel to the boat because it's very little drop. So it's so much different. It's gonna be so much different than a regular anchoring setup. And then we'll talk about the process after that once we get to it. But that's our plan of attack. We're just trying to, there's some reefs we're gonna pass to starboard right now, and then we're gonna come up and find our spot. It is very strange to be driving straight at what is basically a beach that's slightly underwater and be like, okay, I'm just gonna drive until I hit this beach. New anchoring experience for me for sure. I've anchored bows too in the Åland Islands, but that was on rock and we did it very, very slowly. But this is a whole different thing because you can't see the land. It's just, looks like ocean. Very wild for sure. There we are. There we are. How crazy is that? So now I'm going to carry the anchor out and set her real good and deploy a stern anchor so that the offshore breeze doesn't blow us into the bar. Welcome to the Kaneohe Sandbar. Totally insane. There are a few reasons you deploy a stern anchor on a boat. The primary reason is to hold your bow into the swell. That way, no matter which way the wind's blowing, you keep the swell off your beam and it makes for a more comfortable night's sleep. In this instance, I'm deploying a stern anchor to keep Tradewinds perpendicular to the sandbar. That way, if an offshore breeze comes up, like I'm sure it will, it won't blow us side on to the sandbar and have us bumping all night long. The incline of the sandbar is far too steep to worry about running aground. Though if there were king tides and you were too close in, you might find yourself stuck on the bar for a few hours. Just going for a stroll on the sandbar. Lots of people out enjoying the weekend. It's Sunday, Halloween. And oh, I see a dog dressed up as a shark. We'll see if we can see him. And yeah, it's like Tradewinds chilling in the weirdest place she's ever chilled at. Very unusual and pretty fun. It is really nice to see so many people enjoying the water though. It's cool. They can just come out, you know, a lot of people rent pontoon boats. That's a good option if you don't have a boat. It's hard to have a boat in Hawaii, so if you don't have a boat, that's a good option. And other people, you know, they trailer their boats into Kaneohe Bay, and then come spend the day out here with friends, family, and everything. It's cool, really cool. And there's plenty of room for everybody to spread out, have a good time. Unlike a lot of anchorages where it'll get crowded and sketchy and dangerous and everything, there's so much room for everybody to come have fun. It is really cool. So let's walk down and take a peek at stuff. There's surprisingly little life in the shallow parts of the sandbar. There's a billion little holes, which my guess is that they're garden eels, but I'm not sure. The way they're arranged, they definitely look like garden eels. It's fascinating how far you can walk in like the shallows of this though. It's so wild. Unlike any place I've ever been, for sure. And then there was one. Almost all the boats are gone. Nobody there. There's a couple of guys over there on their boats, but I think I counted probably 50 boats that I could see at one point. And soon I'll have it all to myself, and it's gonna be wild. Very curious just to see what it's like to spend the night out here and what it feels like the middle of the ocean. Very cool. I'd planned on staying 3 more days and hitting another anchorage, but when I downloaded the weather today, I saw the trades are going to be coming back kind of full throttle this weekend. Today is Tuesday, so tomorrow morning I'm going to leave kind of just whenever I get up, probably around first light, and make my way out the Sampan Channel and head back to Honolulu and to Alawai. Tomorrow the wind should be 12 to 13, slowly increasing, and then by Friday they're going to be 20 to 22 knots. So I might get stuck in here if I don't head out, and I would kind of have like a little bit of a beat up sail, I think, till I got down to Cocoa Head, and the channel would be standing up real large. So as with sailing and all boating, kind of playing with the weather. And I've had a fantastic stay though. This place is amazing, and I can't wait to come back and check out all the spots I didn't check out this time. But yeah, so the boat's all ready, and now just chill out and enjoy one more night in this very surreal anchorage, and then head back out to sea and push for Honolulu. Adventure sailing solo creates a whole different set of obstacles. Like getting all the gear stowed on deck for a passage. As long as you keep your gear small enough that it's manageable and you can do it alone, it's not a big deal. You just have to plan ahead, think it through, go slowly so you don't hurt yourself. The tide is so low. The tide is so low, the anchor is sticking out of the water. That is very funny to me. See this, but there's a very large squid hiding under my float. He's like 6 inches long. I've never seen a squid that big in the water.